Yo, what's up, Avish? Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Exactly, but none of them
Time itself is a silence.
Fine, what about you? I'm good, man. Good. I don't know, I'm pretty happy about recently. Well, maybe not, like, just... Oh, I mean, I'm happy because I haven't been stressed out recently, so that's good. Yo, what's up, Taz? Good to see you, man. How's it going? Finally a 36-star abyss on the worst account ever. Oh, you did it. Wow, that was fast. That was really fast. Didn't you just, message me about it like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago? That doesn't sound like the worst account ever to me. I had to change so much, so many builds to make a character work. Everyone else is ER bot and VV bot. Hey, isn't that, that's pretty much all you need, right? The 36-star abyss. Well, at least mostly. Only Al Haytham. Oh, he has Al Haytham. Nice. Okay. Hell, at least he has good units, right? Yomiya have serviceable builds. Yeah, Al Haytham and Kuki. That's it. That's kind of sort of all you need, right?
solidified.
Yomiya, as long as he has Xingqiu, it works. Thank goodness this guy is immune to, or not immune to Hydro or Cryo. That would have been awful. Didn't really pay attention to what he was immune to.
Gather.
Next on the agenda, no touching.
Couldn't even use Xingqiu Yomiya. What? Why?
When did that?
What happened? Forgot to tell you, but I got 3 5-stars pulling for Furina. Lol. Who'd you get? Yeah, who'd you get, Taz? I had to use Xingqiu and Furina on the first half. They don't even do damage. Just... You just need their water. Hey, guys. You have water, right? But you don't know how to do anything, right? But you have water. And they're like, yeah? Okay, come with me. That's it. Nothing else.
Born of ice.
Into the wind.
Access denied.
Solidify.
C1 Chi-Chi, Tainari, and Furina. C1 Chi-Chi, Tainari, and Furina. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wow, you lost 50-50 twice. Well, hey, at least your next one's guaranteed. And on top of that, you got the character you actually wanted. Nice, congratulations, Taz. Yumi has basically left with only Bennett as her support. Jeez. I don't know how you managed to pull that off, man. Gonna pull for Navia. People seem to be only already dunking on Navia. Like, she hasn't even come out yet, and I'm assuming there haven't been any leaks of her yet, right? People are already people are already dunking on her, just the fact that she's Geo. Had to use Sucrose with TTDS and VV said. Oh jeez, well, yep. Well, gotta use whatever you can, right? Thank goodness he even had a 4VV set. You know, every now and then, like, somebody will come in here and then ask for, you know, help. And then, like, especially back then, where I used to have a lot more time on streams to, like, log into people's accounts and stuff. I'd log into their account. Or like, they'd go on Discord and they'd send me, like, the screenshots that I asked for. And then I'd just be scratching my head, thinking, wow, everything you needed, you don't have. And it's so painful to watch. All I can do is just say, okay, you need to go do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And then, like, in the end, it doesn't make me feel like I helped them in any way. It just feels like I gave them an assignment. Oh, come on. There's been leaks already? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, all the people that have been dunking on Navia haven't mentioned anything about her kit. All the people I've heard dunk on Navia have been all about, you know, raving on about the fact that she's Geo and, like, Geo isn't getting any buffs or whatever. Isn't it weird that literally only Ito is, like, yeah, only Ito Ito's the only, like, end game viable character, Geo character, and yet now it's weird that people are considering Noel over Ito. And Zhongli too, at least not make you mega staggered out of nowhere. Wow, yeah, well, at the very least, he had a, you know, I'm listening to you talk about, like, all the characters you had to use. It sounds like he actually has a really good, like, roster of characters. So at least he got that going for him. They're just terribly, you know, underbuilt because I guess he isn't that active, or at least he hasn't been that active in a while. Sucrose had a pyro damage goblin and HP circlet. No EM at all. Well, I mean, you're not doing any reactions anyway, so the EM share really kind of doesn't matter. But still, it's kind of painful to watch. Now with Furina, Noel far surpasses Ito in terms of damage, utility even. Yeah, right, because like Ito doesn't have any utility. Like his only saving grace was just raw DPS, right? Because obviously Geo doesn't do any reaction damage. So his like only saving grace was just to just have good enough multipliers that'll make him do enough damage to make people think, wow, he's good.
Before me, worm!
No touching. Let's light it up.
Churn! Bees more than fire!
Born of icy frost.
I had to make use of a lot of level 0 artifacts. He's loud. I know, yeah. I know, it's... And he seems to be the only weekly boss that is just like extremely loud compared to like everything else in the game.
Burn to oblivion!
Come on, give me hydro stuff, yes.
No touching.
Oh. Come on, just hit me already. So I can collect these things.
Kneel!
Thank you very much.
Gather! Reality is pain!
Is April still even logging in? Like when's the last time he's logged in? I don't know, like
Cruel world.
haven't seen him in a while. I think it was like last week or something. I saw him, or well, you know, so to speak. What the? What was that? Why is it so? Oh my god! Wait, how would that have worked if there wasn't like these like yellow things that I could Spider-Man myself onto it? I wonder how that would have worked. For some reason, it was up in the air.
A minute to memory. Let's light it up. Access denied.
I was destined for more.
Last time he logged in was months ago, before I told him to do anything he can do while I was gone. Hey, I guess life happens, huh? You ask somebody for help and then they tell you what to do so that you could help yourself, and you're like, no, I'm out. And then 6 months later, they're like, hey dude, could you help me with this? And then you find out, dude, you know that thing I told you to do? The thing I told you to get? And then you're like, yeah, well, life happened, you see, so it didn't happen.
Gather!
Oh. Yep, okay, we're good.
Witness the power. Good one. Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. No, my sword. Huh?
Solidify!
You know, every time I take off Fav Bow, I take Fav Bow off of Yelan, I always feel really like icky. Like it feels icky that I don't have. I really feel like, oh no, I'm not gonna get Yelan's burst back ever. It always makes me feel like that. It makes me feel so anxious. Especially when I'm not using using her with Xingqiu on the team. But like on the second account, I feel so okay with it because of, you know, C1 Yelan. C1 Yelan doesn't exactly just, you know, solve her energy problems, or at least her energy requirements, but as long as, you know, even if you're just let's say like me, for example, I think I'm either have barely just enough ER on Yelan, and that's for the best case scenario. But for worst case scenario, I barely have just below the amount of ER that I need. So that's why every time I use Elegy instead of Favbo on Yelan, I'm always like anxious. You might as well ask for equity for for his account at this point.
Rain cutter. Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Rain outlines your fate. No, my sword.
Also, can I mention how incredibly broken Furina is? She buffed my Yelan so much that she did 112k on her elemental skill. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. 112k. Especially if you vape it. Right? Like you swap Yelan's goblet to... Yeah, you swap her goblet over to HP goblet, and then like find a way, like give her like a you know, good healer, right? Like so that as soon as, or at least maybe not as soon as, but like you could get to like max whatever the stacks are called, to get to like the max Furina buff, and then like you use Yelan's burst, and then you just time it right. Just time it right where you're basically at the last like maybe 1 or 2 seconds of her burst duration. So you also get her like damage buff, because she also does give a damage buff, right? And then vape that. And then there you go. 112k E. Oh yeah, that's right. There's VV as well. Yeah, you either vape it or you VV it. Yeah, at that point, like, because you have so much damage percent already, you have Yelan's burst damage percent, and then you have Furina's damage percent. You actually will do more damage from you actually will do more damage from like by swapping your goblet to an HP goblet. Wait, so is Furina better than Raiden?
Solidify.
It's a hard question to answer, because so Furina and Raiden, okay, I guess they're both supports. Obviously Furina buffs more than Raiden, because she is sort of, yeah, she's sort of like purely a buffer that just so happens to have some off-field DPS. Her off-field DPS is also decent. Wait, what's the trick to this then? Maybe I shouldn't have lowered his HP so much there? So that he didn't, you know, suck me into this dimension. Uh-oh, I did not need that burst. Well, this thing's gonna die. And I don't have full energy. Okay. I had a plan to pull for Raiden, but okay, here's the thing so the thing with Furina is she's a much better buffer who just so happens to have decent off-field DPS, but she doesn't have any like on-field capability. Like you can't build her on-field unless if you just have her on the field, which kind of really wouldn't matter whether she's on the field or not. Unless if you just build her physical, maybe, then sure. Whereas with Raiden, obviously she buffs less than Furina, but you also have she also has the whole like energy generation ability, right? So she buffs burst damages, and she generates energy for the whole team, and you could also use her as an on-field DPS. Right, so I don't know. I wouldn't say Furina is better than Raiden Shogun. I think they're both as valuable. Like it's hard to say that one is better than the other because they both do very different things. Well, maybe not very different. Like they both have the buffing thing. Obviously, Furina is the better buffer, but Raiden Shogun, of course, should not buff as well as Furina because she'd be broken as heck. Buffing energy generation, like buffing the same amount plus the energy generation plus the ability to use her as an on-field DPS plus being able to use her as a hyper bloom procer, right? That would make her broken as heck. So yeah, I think they're about the same value. Yeah, so I think you know, it's mostly preference, like which one you want. For Furina though, to make it more convenient to take full advantage of her buffing capabilities, you are going to need to have and build team-wide healers, like really good team-wide healers, you know, like Baizhu, Kokomi, Jean, even Scarlet and Mika. Who else is there? Scarlet, Mika, Yao, I guess so, but takes a few seconds. Like it's not an insta heal. Like you sort of have to run around with her a little bit. But yeah, Yao is okay too. Who else? Yeah, I guess Sayu's okay too, but you know, like her her burst healing, the initial heal, isn't. It's okay. It's not good, but it's okay. And the heal, like the ticking heal, is pretty good too. Plus the fact that she's Animo, so you also get your VV from her. Hmm. Who else? Team-wide healer. Bennett's okay too, but you know, single target healing makes it not so effective.
Where did that come from?
But yeah, like you really would prefer to have, like really good team-wide healers. If you want to take full advantage of Furina's kit. Barbara, well, yeah, Barbara's okay, but
All right, maybe
the problem with her is she doesn't generate any energy. She doesn't generate any particles. So you put Furina and Barbara in the same team. Barbara is very energy hungry. Furina barely generates enough particles for herself. So unless if you got like a mono hydro team, then okay, I guess so. But otherwise, no. Also, hey, what's up, Thriller? What's up, Kieran? Yeah, I saw your messages a while ago. I just didn't want to, cut off my ramble because that typically derails my very limited attention span. I miss Furina since I have no primos and nothing to explore. Is it okay to pre-farm for Furina for her rerun from now on and build Jean and other AoE healers? I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's an okay decision to make. Like, especially if you really want to use Furina, like if you think you really like her playstyle. Yeah, sure. Why not? Especially if you have, like, right now, Furina doesn't really have that many good teams. Like, she's not as versatile as somebody like she's not as versatile as somebody like a Xingqiu, for example, or Yelan. Because okay, so Xingqiu, Yelan, and Furina, they all have off-field hydro application. Now the problem with Furina is there's no way to get her off-field hydro application without the HP drain. And the HP drain it really doesn't help you at all if you don't use her burst, because her burst is where you get the damage buff from. And if, let's say, you're using a Hyper Bloom team or a Burgeon team, then that's not gonna, like, it's useless. The damage buff is sort of useless on a team like that because you're doing transformative reactions. So you're sort of just killing your entire team for no reason if you don't use her burst. And right, and like, plus the fact that so her really good damage buff is sort of there's a price, like, and the price for that is having to slot in a really good team-wide healer. Yeah, either a really good team-wide healer or a really, really good single target healer.
Add Ast.
Are you dueling? I'm alright, Thriller. Yeah, thanks for asking, man. How about you, man? I reached Air 35. No longer have to do commission quests. Oh, oh, nice. Oh man, that's awesome. And because you still got a bunch of quests to do, like, you could just completely ignore your daily commissions for now, like, and then just when the daily server reset happens, just do a few more quests. Like, keep going with quests and, like, pay attention. Like, you just have to. Oh, hang on. What did I do? Yeah, you just have to, like, look in here and then check to see if you already have 4, and then decide, well, I already got 4, and I don't want to keep going with this quest. I'll just do this again tomorrow, and then log out and then come back tomorrow. That's awesome. I really have nothing to do. All I want is Neuvillette and Furina. Ah, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, Neuvillette and Furina, well, together in a team. They both work, but Furina isn't exactly a buff for Neuvillette because he has like there's a part of his passive where it sort of gets nerfed a little bit if you add Furina to the team. You will still get a tiny bit more damage, like DPS, like not like it's not nothing, but it's also not something that'll be the difference between a 35-star run and a 36-star run. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just switching accounts. Yeah, but they do both work pretty well together. Yeah, but if you do want to get Neuvillette and Furina, I think it might be better to just like split them up into different teams. So many players are getting Furina. Well, she is an Archon after all. Well, I guess it wasn't Furina. I mean, I don't know. Who is Furina? Is Furina Focalors? Or is Focalors Furina? Are they the same? Because, like, okay, lore stuff, right? Lore stuff. Focalors referred to Furina as Furina, but she referred to herself as Focalors. But Furina was like basically Focalor. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. I forgot about this quest. Okay, I was doing this world quest. Apparently, it starts here. I just want to talk to the reputation girl. Come on, just let me go, please. Yeah, and the weird thing is like Furina is good and all, right? Like she is pretty good, but because like she has she's very conditional. Like she has a lot of really good things about her, but she's very conditional. Like right again, and the condition is add a good healer to your team, or at least build your healer better. And the problem, the thing with that is like the other things that come along with that is, let's say you add a healer to the team, so you have to either like you have to potentially swap somebody out, and even maybe change somebody's build, right? So like there's a lot of work that has to be done to sort of rebuild your entire team just to make Furina work in your current teams. Either that, or you use some of her widely known good teams. And yeah, like, Furina doesn't really have that many really good teams now. Like she works in a lot of teams as long as you can, slot in a really good healer in it. But if you can't, then she's just gonna get you killed. Nahida case again. Wait, what? Nahida case? Right now I have Hu Tao, Ayaka, Yelan, Raiden. Now I want to pull for Neuvillette, Furina, Kazuha. Oh, you don't have Kazuha yet. Jeez. Okay. Among those three, I would like go for Kazuha first. Like Neuvillette, I think is like pretty cool and all. He's a really good DPS. Like, but I don't know. There's crowd control, man, is just so valuable. So Neuvillette himself, I wouldn't say he doesn't need crowd control, but it's not as important to him to have crowd control. But crowd control itself is valuable on other characters. So, yeah, but still, okay, that's a... Hey, at least your lineup of characters that you want are really good already. As a Hu Tao main, I play with a shield. I could say I have no issue with low HP. Oh, okay. Hey, cool. I don't think that's gonna be much of an issue with you then. I've calculated everything and I have all of them guaranteed. Nice. Bro, what do you think about the Game of the Year nomination? Oh yeah, I saw that. Where did I see that again? Was it, I think it was in-game. I think it was like in the in-game notices, I'm not sure. Yeah, they got they got nominated for the best ongoing game, I think. I mean, okay. Oh boy. All right. You really got me going there. So, okay, before I start on my rant about that, well, it's not a rant, you know. It's mostly just me rambling. My ramble. There you go. Not rant, a ramble. I'm gonna you know follow, like, make sure that I've read up on everybody's messages first. Furina's incredibly hard to use and master. She has an insanely high skill floor and skill ceiling if you are using her with attack and EM scalers. Yeah, definitely agree with that. Probably not as high as Tartaglia. Like, it's hard to completely, like, the thing with Furina is at least you can't completely mess up your rotation. With Tartaglia, like, you can actually absolutely mess up your rotation. You know, you just left there standing with no hydro application because you forgot to swap out, you know, to turn off your melee stance. But yeah, like, she's incredibly hard to, like, fully utilize and fully maximize. But if you can get around and not die from HP consumption, she can offer a lot of pyro DPS's the most damage potential out of many teams, and even Al-Haytham himself. Okay. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, okay, I don't, obviously, I'm not the most, like, updated gamer out there. I don't really know of any other, I guess, ongoing game. You know, like, I guess a game as a service right now. Like, I guess, like, yeah, sure, I guess there's, like, PUBG, there's you know, Counter-Strike 2, well, which basically used to be CSGO and is just now named CS2. I guess, yeah, sure, those are ongoing games. Fortnite, sure. Dota 2, League of Legends, you know, like some of the MOBA games, they are ongoing games. But they're not as, like, not the games themselves, but the company, like, their devs just aren't, they just aren't as active online, like on social media and stuff. Whereas, like, Hoyo seems to be, like, honestly, it feels like there's a lot more activity online than there is in the game. Like, yeah, like, straight up, you could actually spend a lot more time on social media, like on Genshin social media, than in the game. And I haven't even, like, you know, I don't even know, like, the big majority of Genshin social media. I just, like, see how many like social media, like, community stuff that they do. Yeah, it's insane. So I think it's a lot easier to see that, like, to you know, no, sorry, not that's not the right wording. I think it's, yeah, because it's, I guess it's a lot more in your face. Like, Genshin is a lot more in your face, and because of the way that they're, like, trying to present the game and, like, wholesome everything, right? Like, even the character dialogue, like, it's just, there's just way too much dialogue, even, like, for my taste. I don't know about most of people, but I really think there's way too much dialogue. There's so much unnecessary dialogue, in my opinion. And, you know, it's not that they just wanted to make the dialogue longer. I think they did it because they want to make extra sure that all of it is like extra wholesome, and like I'm telling you everything that needs to be said, and I want to say it in the nicest way possible, you know. And that makes that makes people love the characters a lot more, and indirectly love the game a lot more, and like be a lot more attached to the game. Yeah, and you know, Genshin's community, while it has a toxic side too, but I'm I'm willing to bet it's nowhere, you know, it's nowhere as toxic as some competitive games out there, you know, like some MOBA games. Right? Jeez. There's a reason why I quit playing MOBA games like permanently. There's no way for you to escape. Like you can normally, like okay, in Genshin obviously there's no PvP in Genshin, right? But in Genshin, the worst, like the closest you could get to trash talking each other would be just like flexing on each other. Like, I got a C3 bow, just, you know, F2P by the way, right? Like, that's the best, that's the closest you're gonna get to like trash talking in Genshin. You know, like behind the scenes, sure, you can curse all you want at the other guy who flexed harder than you did. But there, yeah, okay, yeah. in MOBA games and like in many other competitive games, like even your teammates are gonna trash talk you. Yeah, like even if you're actually not doing bad, like even if you're doing okay, if it looks like you're falling behind, you know, like I don't know, let's say in Dota 2 for example. I'm sorry if I, you know, I just got to use Dota 2 as an example because I haven't played any other MOBA games, and the closest I've, you know, the most CS:GO, I haven't even touched CS2. The most CS:GO I've played is just against bots, and that's it. Oh wait, there's no elemental thing, is there? Okay, cool. So in Dota 2, if you play a support, you are not expected to be able to just earn a lot of gold, right? Because you're supporting, and like when you're supporting, it would be best that you don't last hit, unless if, you know, the type of support you are is just the type of support that does like a big hit, you know, like Lina for example, or Lion.
Solidify.
I don't know if that's what their names are in Dota 2, by the way. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that's those are their names in Dota 1, but I actually don't know what their names in Dota 2 are, if that's even it. Yeah, but it's not, you're not expected to last hit, because if you have carries and why am I here? It would be better if your carries last hit instead of the supports, so that the carries can just, you know, get stronger and stronger. But then let's say your carries almost have max items, and then you, the support, are still like buying sentry wards and just using like the magic wand and like no mechanism, no whatever, right? Like you're still like relatively close to just starter items. They somebody in there is literally gonna trash talk you just for that. Just for not, you know, like you're the support and let's say they die, and they actually will trash talk you for not carrying, you know, each engagement.
Solidify.
Genshin isn't toxic, that isn't even close. I mean, there is the toxic side of it, but it's not like it's covered with sugar. Yeah, it's covered with sugar. In competitive games, like in MOBA games and shooter games, the toxic side, well, you know, it's basically the whole thing is basically toxic. It's just all like prickly and spiky, and then like covered with rubbing alcohol and piss. You know, just to make it even worse. I used to play games like that. Man, it's toxic as heck, right? Like you know, you just wanna your teammates start trash talking you, especially after you actually took it so seriously, took a game so seriously. You just want to leave. I've actually done that a few times already. Not actually leaving, but you know, wanted to leave. Hey, I'm getting ready for school, and I saw you were streaming. I also won 50-50 for Furina at 78 pity. I wish you guys luck for. Oh, thank you.
Where do you want to
PFFX. Appreciate it, man. You as well, man. Well, at least you already got your Furina, so hey, I'm happy for you, man. You also, you know, you're getting ready for school. Whoa. Have a good day at school, man. You know, they really could have at least reduced the sensitivity of like panning. I know that it's just how the camera works, because like we were in first person now and we're dragging it. But they really could have, you know, it really would have been a lot, very, very helpful if they had at least reduced the sensitivity of panning that camera. Wolvendom? Oh, you mean these three? Yeah. So because I'm helping take care of my friend's account, and because it's on the EU server, the daily server reset on the EU server is 11 a.m. my time. So it happens a lot earlier than on my accounts, which are on the NA server. So that's why I already know these spots. The moment I log in, and then, you know, ever since we got this event, the moment I log in, I immediately open my usual like incognito Chrome tab, open up YouTube, look up the description of whatever they want us to take a picture of, and then like the first result, like so far the past 5 days, has always been Kyosen TV. Welcome back to my channel. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For this video. Yeah, he has a smooth accent. I love it. I'm even thinking of using Bennett, Furina, Kazuha, and Shengling. Bennett, Furina, Kazuha, and Shengling. It works. Yeah, it works. I tried it, yeah. You're certainly a lot more vulnerable, because Bennett can only heal like one character at a time. And without Xingqiu, you don't have the damage reduction. So yeah, you're a lot more vulnerable. But yeah, it works. Like Furina does apply enough Hydro, especially if you don't infuse Kazuha's burst with Pyro. I have some teams you could tell me if they'll work. Ayaka, Charlotte, Kazuha and Furina. I've done that. Well, not Ayaka. I haven't done Ayaka, but I've done Ganyu, and yeah, it actually does work. Like I really just, although I really hate just how Charlotte's camera thing works. I don't wanna just press E. I really want to get the hold E thing done. You know, like where the camera focuses, so that I get 5 particles instead of 3. Because I don't have a lot of energy recharge on my Charlotte. And it's so annoying. Like, I hate how it works. I hate that you have to have all of them in focus at the same time. Or, like, in the in frame at the same time. Which means... Because what happens is... When okay, I go in there, I apply cryo, I use Ganyu's E, or in your case, Ayaka's E, or just dash to apply cryo to them. You go in with you swap to Kazuha, you VV everyone, and because you know how Kazuha's crowd control works, his crowd control like sucks in everyone towards you, which means now you're in the middle of everyone. But with Charlotte's skill, you want to be on one side of everyone, so that you could have everyone in frame at the same time, and you can't, because now you're stuck in the middle of everyone, or at least you know you have to dash out. And she is a really good healer. I think she's a really good healer, pretty good off-field cryo applicator, really good, but I just hate how the skill works. Hu Tao, Yelan, Ji, and Furina, Raiden. Yeah. So I've done the Hu Tao, Yelan, or I didn't use Yelan, but Xingqiu, because I needed Yelan for my Hyper Bloom team. But Hu Tao, Xingqiu, Jean, and Furina, I did it, and it's actually just weaker. You know, like Hu Tao just doesn't hit hard. Actually, okay, here's the thing. My main account, Hu Tao, with Xingqiu, Yelan, and Zhongli, can hit anywhere from maybe 85 to sometimes 95 or even 100k. Like if there's like a charged attack card in Abyss, 85 to 100k. You know, per charged attack. And when I did it, you know, when I did that team, right, like Hu Tao, Xingqiu, of course I didn't have Yelan's, you know, right, passive, right, her damage percent passive, because, you know, I didn't have Yelan on the team. But she was, my Hu Tao was hitting a lot lower than she usually did. Like my main account, Hu Tao was only hitting for like, I think it was like, man, I don't, you know, don't quote me on this. I actually do have footage of it. Like when I did Abyss a few streams ago, or I think it was the last stream, but I think it was hitting like 80k instead of 85 to 100k. So yeah, it's, or like I don't know, maybe I just suck. I don't know, right? I might have been just using it wrong. The thing too is I didn't swap to an HP goblet. So maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it, because I didn't have a crimson HP goblet that had as good CV as my pyro one. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Yeah, it does work. Like the team functions, but your Hu Tao just isn't gonna hit as hard. Raiden, Bennett, Kazuha, and Furina. Right. Raiden, Bennett, Kazuha, and Furina. Raiden, Bennett, Kazuha, and Furina. Wait, what? Okay. Hyper carry. That I haven't tried yet. With Bennett though, it's gonna be really hard to get to max, to max out Furina's damage buff, because you're only healing one character at a time, and with Raiden, she's the character on field, so you're just healing her, and you're barely healing anyone else on the team. And the thing with Furina too is because she's an HP scaler, right? Your healing is not like when we heal characters, we don't heal by percentage of HP, we heal by amount. But then Furina's HP drain is by percent. So what that means is the higher the HP of your team, the more you're gonna have to heal them back up. And Furina's damage buff is based off of percentage and not amount of HP changing, which means you're gonna have to have a much better healer, especially in Bennett's case. Well, I guess if you swap Bennett to an HP build, sure, but it really doesn't help because like you're on the field with Raiden, so you're not healing much anyone else on the team. Like maybe if you start your rotation with Furina, at least like by the time that you get to Shogun's Burst, at least you'll have like a decent amount of the stacks on it. But I don't think you're gonna get to max. Never let C1, Furina, Kazuha, and Charlotte. Furina, Kazuha, and Charlotte. Yeah, okay. I think that's okay. Freeze team. Yeah, because again, like I said, you're not gonna be able to get like the third stack of Neuvillitte's third stack from his passive, because you can only do 2 kinds of elemental reactions. Yeah, but those teams work. But I hate I hate Charlotte's skill, like how Charlotte's skill works. The Hu Tao team, Hu Tao's just not gonna hit as hard, but it works. I've clicked all 10 from the same spots. I'm assuming you followed Kyosen TV's guide. Hello, where are you from? Sorry, Shadow, I was rambling, so I didn't get to see your message earlier. But hey, hello. I'm from the Philippines, my friend. How about you, man? How you doing? Instead of Charlotte, is Mika better? I haven't tried Mika yet. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt really icky building Mika. I don't know why. I just don't feel like building Mika at all. I haven't... Okay, on this account, I haven't leveled Charlotte up, but I actually do have the mats already. But Mika, I mean... I don't know. I just don't feel like building Mika. Especially because, so Mika has like a normal attack speed buff, right? I don't remember all of Mika's kit. All I know is that he has a good heal. He's a good healer, and that's it. And like most of what I remember is just maybe. Yeah, I remember he has a normal attack speed buff and a burst buff, I think. Yeah, I pulled for Furina C2 and a weapon and like 200 pulls. Yo, nice. Congrats, E-Bands. I really don't like her weapon, by the way. So I don't know if you have Festering Desire, you might as well save your you really might as well save your Primo Gems. I honestly prefer Festering so much over her weapon. Like even if somebody told me, hey, I'm gonna give you Primo Gems, go wish for Furina's weapon, I'll immediately ask, can I just have the Primo Gems? Or if they're, I don't know, if they're like a streamer or like YouTuber,
Wine tastes the same as I remember.
and then they say, oh man, like, well, I gotta, you gotta pull for it because like I gotta make a video on it or something, and then I'll be like, I'll actually like try and negotiate to so that I could just keep the primos. I'll probably ask for like, okay, could you just give me half? I know I won the giveaway and stuff, and I know you gotta make a video out of it, but just give me half of the primos and like just give me the primos. I just really don't like her weapon. It's a good stat stick and all, but I really don't like it because it makes it so that I have to find a way to get enough energy recharge on her through my substats. And I don't know about, I don't know what it is about finding energy recharge in substats, but like for some reason it sort of just is, filtered out in my brain.
My command, you shall fall.
Whenever I'm farming artifacts, I look at the substats and I don't see crit damage and crit rate. I'm like, okay, this doesn't exist.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Oops. With C1, you can have 3 stacks. Because it gives 1 extra stack. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, okay, that actually works really well. Oh no! Ah, no! I picked it up while I had like max this circle was full.
Kneel. Stabilize.
Well, I didn't play when Festering got released, so I pulled for the sword. Ah, okay. I got Baizhu's weapon first. Then you got Baizhu's weapon too? I really feel like you should have just gone for the prototype Amber, man. Yeah, this weapon banner is actually pretty rough.
Solidify.
Born of icy frost.
I really feel like you should have just gone prototype Amber. Your Baizhu would have healed a lot more than he currently does. And the thing with, again, because of how Furina's burst works, you want to heal more in a shorter amount of time, so that thank you, by the way, Thriller, for reminding me what it's called. More fanfare points in a shorter amount of time. Like, you want to do that because you want to get more of her damage buff out of each duration of her build or of her burst.
I was destined for more.
I think Pipe's good too. Oh, Pipe is okay too. I love that you're calling it the Pipe. The Catch and the Pipe. Interesting weapon names. Bit less damage than Festering. Yeah, because it just gives you skill crit rate, but no skill damage. I pulled the weapon for characters who need crit damage. Ah, I see. I use Sack Sword on Furina. Oh man, I feel like you should have just maybe, I don't know, like waited for an Ayaka rerun. Right? Like yeah, like I feel like you should have just waited for an Ayaka rerun or an Alhaitham rerun and gotten either Ayakas, like what is it, Mist Splitter or Foliar Incision. I think those two weapons are just so much better than Furina's. Or even Jade Cutter. I don't know. Although we haven't seen Jade Cutter in a while. So, yeah. My main motive is to use Neuvillette and Furina together, so my one half can be cleared without any struggle. Oh, wait, what did I do? Struggle or pain. And then second half, maybe Hu Tao team or Raiden team. That's okay. Yeah, that's an okay compromise. Yeah, use your favorite characters together, especially because you really want to use them together. And because that combination is so good, you can it allows you to play whatever team you want on the other side.
Quietly now.
Even a non-optimal team.
Rain outlines your fate.
That's actually one of the main reasons why I keep vertically investing into my characters, so that I could just have like at least like 1 or 2 or 3 team archetypes that I can use for different scenarios depending on what I need. And then like I could potentially just use any team I want to on the other side, a team that I actually like the characters of.
Quietly now. Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Stabilize. Gather.
Busted. Game's
I did hear Alka might have a rerun soon.
Gotcha. Witness the power. Gua.
You guys and your prophecies.
Outlines your fate. Time to act.
Hey, I'm not blaming you for it. It's, you know, nothing against prophecies and stuff. It's just that I don't have any of those prophecies. You know back then, like when HOYO just started to like take leakers seriously, people were still like testing out the waters. Like they were still in the middle of they still weren't sure about like what they could talk about or how they could talk about it safely without, you know, getting the ban hammer dropped on them. It was so funny. Like people were calling it. I had especially Sekka. Yes, like Sekka. Sekka used to use the word dreams for it. Like I had a dream. Whatever happened to Sekka? He doesn't upload any more YouTube videos. Does he still stream? So Neuvillette, Furina, Kazuha are my favorite. Using them in the same team is really good too. So I have a win-win situations. Scarlet in that team, you might not even have to swap to her every rotation. Maybe only to max out your fanfare points. But then like Neuvillette's already doing the self-healing and self-HP draining himself. So yeah, sure, maybe like just emergency healing every now and then. No, actually, no, never mind. I think you will need to use Scarlet every rotation. Yeah, because Neuvillette heals and drains heals the same amount of HP as how much he drains from himself. Plus the fact that you're draining with Furina as well. So yeah, you will need to heal what you drained away with Furina. But I still really don't like Charlotte's oh, why were you so far away? Where's the thing? How did he disappear so quickly?
Solidify.
What? Ah, that was real bad. I should not have Hu Tao eat there.
Solidify.
Okay. This is good.
Quietly now. Gotcha.
But I don't have any more Hydro. This is awful. I hate this guy. I mean, it's certainly a lot better than the Senora fight. Yep, okay, you know what? Never mind, I take that back. This is way better than the Senora fight. Oh yeah, banner stuck for 2-3 months. Yeah, no thanks. Hey, it's not like that's gonna happen again. COVID's over, right? So, no more lockdowns and stuff.
Rain outlines your fate. No, my soul.
I have a plan. I'll run Charlotte with 300 ER and 5 Codex. Yeah, I guess that's reasonable.
Gotcha.
Well, wait. Okay, yeah. I guess that's reasonable. Because like, while it, it would be okay to build Charlotte to where she also does damage because she is an attack scaling healer, and she does damage. It's not nothing, but it's really nothing that significant. So I guess it's okay to just give up on her dealing damage. Yeah, I guess that's okay too. Yeah, just build her with like a lot of ER. So in that way, it would be okay for you to just, to just press E and not have to hold E every time. Yeah, I think I should do that.
Ad Ast. Thank you for
Unpopular opinion, not a fan of Ayaya. No, we weren't talking about pulling for Ayaka. We were just talking about pulling for a weapon. Because, I forgot his name, but somebody earlier literally said he just pulled for Furina's weapon just so he had a crit damage weapon for his other character and isn't even using it on Furina because, well, it's obviously it's her best in slot weapon for personal damage, but it doesn't have any ER. So you're gonna have to build a lot of ER on her somehow through substats and main stats.
this realm.
Yeah, and that's why I said, that's why I recommended pulling for just Ayaka's sword, or even Alhaitham's sword, or Jade Cutter, whichever you prefer. I actually really like Jade Cutter. Like, I don't know why. Like, for some reason, it's just harder for me to get crit rate substats than crit damage ones. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So that's why I prefer Jade Cutter over Mist Splitter and Foliar Incision. Because it's just there. 44 crit rate. Just there. And then I don't have to worry about crit rate anymore. And how am I supposed to get rid of this? Like, I hate that it's here. They just won't. Like, I've clicked on it already. How do I get rid of it? I don't want to deal with it. I just want it gone. I think we're done. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Will I need to log in before tomorrow? No? Yeah, okay, wow. Alright, I guess not. Cool. Alright, just swapping accounts. Moving over to the third account. Trying to get the 4-star both times. Only because I'm a Kaya main. So I eventually built her. You know how it is. You got... Wait, sorry. Who'd you get? Didn't actually try to pull for both banners, but you know how it is. I got her. Oh, you got Ayaka. You're not a fan of Ayaka, but you got Ayaka. Trying to get the 4-star both times. Oh, jeez. That's rough. Jade Cutter's a tier 0 weapon. Also, I don't think I've swapped back. Okay, there. It's understandably one of the best weapon in the game.
Toodaloo.
Same. I like Jade Cutter more than Mistsplitter because it's more universal. But nothing rivals Elegy. Like, yeah, yeah. Elegy is in a tier of its own. Elegy is just nuts, man. Like, I think if Freedom Sworn wasn't EM, if Freedom Sworn was ER,
Three
I
coins.
think would it be as good? I think. Yeah, I think Freedom Sworn would be almost as good as Elegy if it was ER instead of EM.
Toodaloo.
I need a good new sub DPS pyro character for Neuvillette because Neuvillette is best with Vaporize, but Shangling and Dia not properly working with Nuv. Is there even another one? I
Wanna come
no.
over for tea?
I think that's it. He also doesn't clear his Abyss artifact inventories. Wait, sorry. Who doesn't do that? Me? Five Codex, 45% ER Sands, 52 2-piece emblem, 215 ER without any ER rolls. I guess it won't be as hard to roll 20 ER in each piece. Always end up getting more ERs. I guess your main source of attack there is just gonna be from your goblet, and maybe a few substats here and there. It's honestly playing with fire in every single weapon banner. I love how I get away from it. So honestly, yeah, you seem to really have gotten away with it, like with pretty, walked away pretty well. Yes, exactly, playing with fire on weapon banners. Then they gotta compensate the passive with EM instead of damage percent. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but again, like I think, yeah, even if it was ER, I think it still wouldn't be as good as Elegy. And what makes Elegy just that good isn't just the weapon itself, but like the available characters that can use it. They can, utilize it. If nobody else could use Elegy except Yelan, I think it would still be one of the best bows in the game. I mean, the fact that Elegy can make Amber useful is just statement enough. I think that should be enough to prove how good Elegy is. Without Elegy, who would ever use Amber seriously? Except that, unless... Except that except like the mega Amber fans, right? But like, who would use Amber seriously if Elegy didn't exist? Attack circuit. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, attack circuit, because like you don't need a crit circuit. Sorry, yeah, for some reason I was thinking of using a crit circuit. Yeah, and you're not even building her to do damage anyway. Yeah, attack, goblet, and circlet. Oh no, wait, healing. You might want healing for circlet, I guess. I don't know. You might want to try it out. I actually have my Furina on a sub DPS build. She doesn't do that much damage, Well, although her skills are level 6, because the weekly boss for both Furina and Charlotte just came out, so even if Furina isn't like just has level 7 talents. Female DPSs are terrible for me. Hu Tao needs C1, Ayaka's trash. Raiden needs C2 and weapon, and Eula is useless. I'm actually on the account that has Eula, and well, yeah, I really don't like Eula. Fab weapons also have their own tier lists. Fab weapons like don't really belong in the normal tier list. Like they require their own tier list where it's just all fab weapons and nothing else. High-end indoor traveler, also animal traveler, makes full use of Freedom Sworn. Oh yeah, okay. I make Amber DPS. Do I count? And 51 wishes, 4.3 disappointing. 4.3?
Mantis wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
What are you talking about? 4.3? Speaking of weapon banners, was trying to get Linny's weapon, got Yelan's weapon twice. Oh, literally happened to me, man. That actually literally happened to me. Wait, was it on this account? Or was it the other account? That actually literally happened to me, man. Hang on. No, I don't think it happened here. Okay, so it was on the the second account. I didn't have any 5-star bows for my Ganyu, and I wanted the first great magic for Ganyu, and then I thought, well, it's the first great magic or Aqua Simulacra, and I already had Aqua Simulacra on my Ganyu on my third account, and I was like, I guess it's not bad, sure. So I thought, okay, well, if I get this, not too bad. If I get this, okay, it would be even better. But then I got this, and then I was like, and then I just went crazy, like just, you know, the monster took over. The voices took control of me, and then yeah, that was it. It was, yeah, history was made. I got R2 Aqua Simulacra, and then R1 the first great magic, and you know, even more surprising, my second account, I have an R2 Aqua Simulacra over there that I don't use on anyone at all. Like, I tried using it on Fischl, and I was like, Stringless was... I don't know, I felt like Stringless was doing better. I didn't really pay attention to how much damage he was doing, but I really felt like Stringless was better. I have a tendency of getting things I don't want twice. Well, then that means, mathematically speaking, the way that they designed the epitomized path was just perfect. According to that logic, then yeah, that means whoever came up with the idea of the epitomized path and how it works was spot on. Oh, you didn't get what you wanted twice? That's okay. You didn't get what you wanted. That's okay. You could just not get what you wanted one more time, and then you'll get what you want. So just keep wishing. Raiden is a lot more use than anyone else at C0 even. Yeah, Raiden is actually very versatile. Like she might not be the best hyper carry at C0. But the fact that you could still use her as a hyper carry at C0 just goes to show how good she is. I've lost track of what I'm doing. Yeah, especially like on a really young account where you just don't have any other characters. Although you certainly do need to hyper invest into Raiden Shogun to make her a decent hyper carry at C0.
Stabilize.
Let me lead you away.
Sorry, not just in Shogun, but her team as well.
About to get dicey.
Like having Fujo Sora,
No, my sword.
having Bennett.
Busted.
And preferably having even Kazuha.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this weather.
Is the in-game weapon, the sword from the new quest, good enough for Traveler or other characters? Oh wait, you mean the new one? Hang on. I forgot what it's called. It's like the Holy Sword something of Narcisan Crates. Oh, sword. Okay. Well, where'd the holy come from? For Traveler? What does this do anyway? The equipping character does not leave an arc. Normal attacks, charged attacks, blending attacks will unleash. Oh, it's like prototype Rancor. You know, the Claymore. Is it Rancor? No, Archaic. Yeah, prototype Archaic. But like with a slightly different condition. That's not a very good weapon. You might as well just go Fav. Just go Fav. Right? Like, what weapon should I use on this character? Just, you know, save yourself the trouble. Go Fav. It'll solve all your problems.
It's raining again? Oh, this isn't good. If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
What about Child? Child literally deletes everything with proper crit value. Dude, you can make any character delete anything with proper crit value. It's like saying, well, if you have good enough artifacts, then you can make Child good. I mean, you can make anyone good with the right artifacts. Yeah, Child's not bad. He is the fastest Hydro applier in the game. This guy is immune to Hydro, so I didn't get my sack sword proc. And he also has the best AoE Hydro application because of his Riptide thing. Yeah, but he has a very high how should I put it? Skill ceiling? Is that the right terminology, I guess? Yeah, skill ceiling. Like, you really have to actually practice using him so that you don't mess up your rotations. Because if you do, then you're gonna just end up, like, let's say if you're running National, you're just gonna end up, like, your Pyronado spinning around you and, like, you have no idea what to do. They're twiddling your thumbs. Yeah, also like Tartaglia versus Xingqiu. Tartaglia doesn't give you damage resistance and interruption to resistance. So you will actually have to actively dodge attacks while you're on the field with Tartaglia. Plus the fact that because you can't swap out of him while in rotation, you're gonna have to build the rest of your team with more ER than you would with Xingqiu. The universal donor of swords.
What you got? Gather.
Let me leave you alone. Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Wow, I've been really lucky so far. I like 2 out of 3. I haven't actually, like I did not pay attention at all to what these guys are immune to. And they haven't been immune to pyro yet. I should really pay attention. Okay, I actually paid attention that time. Immune to Animo. Game doesn't give anyone useless characters they pull. The characters, and it's the player's fault. They did pull something that they didn't like. Yeah, but you know, like there's also the fact that the character, like, despite Genshin's elemental system being rather simple, you know, it's not as simple as, like, say, Pokemon, right? But Pokemon, where it's just like this element is strong against this element is weak against this element, like, whereas it's just like one-to-one like elemental relationships. Genshin's elemental system is a little bit more complicated than that, but it's not like super complicated. It's not like MMORPG levels of complicated. But the character kits and ICD and elemental gauge, like all of it makes Genshin's combat system just a lot more complicated than it looks like. Like, you know, you can't just look at a character and like, oh, I like that. I like how she looks. I like how she looks, like what she looks like when she's attacking and stuff. Oh wait, she's a catalyst user. Her normal attacks apply this element. Oh, I like that. I need that. Right? Like, you can't just, you know, like, get that information and like immediately know that you like the character. Like, you know, for example, who's let me think of an example that made me feel that way. I had a character in mind, but for some reason the name just won't come up. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I just remembered. Yelan, for example. Right? Like, okay, Yelan's already a really good character, sure. But when she came out, the
Osmanthus wine tasted.
the main reason why I wanted to pull for her was that another Xingqiu. That was what I thought. I didn't think that she wouldn't apply as much Hydra as Xingqiu did, but because, you know, things that are a lot more complicated than just seeing what they look like when, you know, what their kit seems to be. Like, for example, the fact that Xingqiu's rain swords that are circling around him actually adds to how much Hydro he's applying, which means that because Yelan doesn't have that, she's not going to apply as much Hydra as Xingqiu. And because of how many of the coordinated attacks are coming out from Yelan's burst compared to Xingqiu's, which is 235, 235, Yelan's is always just 3, 3, 3. That, you know, further makes it so that Yelan applies less Hydro than Xingqiu, which means that if I use Hu Tao on the other side with Xingqiu, I can't use Yelan with National on the other side because she doesn't apply enough Hydro, right? So they're, yeah, especially new players. A lot of new players won't get that at all. So I can't blame people for not knowing what they want, because in a lot of cases it looks like that's what you want, but in actuality, like when in practical use, it's not actually what you wanted. But sometimes you also, you know, sometimes you also win, right? You win because, like, you think you need it, Yeah, you just think, oh, I want that, and then it actually turns out that character is awesome for something else that you didn't know you needed. I was also pulling for Toma. Oh my god, wait, you're pulling for Toma? And you got Eula. Oh, 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 that's rough. That's painful. Actually, painful. Getting the 5-star, the limited 5-star on a banner. I think losing 50-50 would be better in that case, because at least it makes it so that you're guaranteed the next time.
Bow before me, worm.
But winning 50-50, but the 5-star just isn't somebody you want to ever use.
Insignificant pest.
I timed that wrong.
Stabilize. Feeble human.
Grow, grow, grow!
Boba has crit damage, right? Wait, crit damage? Or you said CD? I guess you're talking. You're saying ICD? I don't think he does actually, because I remember a clip from. I remember this insane clip from I Win to Lose of his Guoba hitting like, I think it was like 300k a hit from like a long time ago. So I don't think Guoba has ICD. What? It just passed through. Did I get it? No, did it disappear? Oh, it did disappear.
Solidify.
Do you have a Twitch chat?
Reality
What?
is pain.
What do you mean, the Twitch chat? No, I'm not streaming on Twitch.
Adventure time!
Good riddance, cruel world.
CD cooldown. Yeah, Goba. What do you mean, like cooldown? Like how often you can summon him? Yeah, of course. You can't just like summon one Goba and then like summon another one.
Not possible.
Bye everyone, have a good one. Oh hey, thanks for hanging out with us, SN90. Take care, man. Ah, I missed that one up.
I was destined for more.
Hi, yo, what's up, Onoko? Good to see you again, man. How you doing? I mean, Toma is more consistent than Goba for Burgeon. Well, wait. Does Goba even target seeds? I don't think he does he? I think he just targets enemies. And he just so happened to hit seeds, like, you know, that are nearby enemies that he's targeting. How is Dia for Burgeon, by the way? I don't... I remember somebody telling me that Dia's skill procs are as big as, you know, like the AoE, their hit AoE is as big as Raiden Shogun's E procs. But it's just that it doesn't have like as as high a vertical AoE, but it has good horizontal AoE. But I don't know. I'm not convinced because like if that were the case, then there would be a lot more people using Dia for Burgeon. I've never really tested it myself, and I've never really bothered to look it up. Goba 2 Chad to target seeds. No matter what people say, Child is still highest damaging character. Gave the same build to any characters, but nobody can defeat the number of the Child, even Raiden. Dude, Eula can do a bigger number than Tartaglia. I've already talked about that in the context of one form of power creep that Hoyoverse tried to use back then, like in the maybe not very early, like in the earlier days of Genshin. Like they tried to introduce a form of that, because like they tried to do power creep, like actual power creep, you know, just releasing characters that just did more and more DPS. At some point, like for example, they released Ganyu. Ganyu was like much stronger than anyone else at the time, and then they released Hu Tao, and then yeah, like, and it was like every patch they were giving us characters that were stronger than the previous one, and then it seemed like at some point they stopped doing that. And then what ended up happening was we just started to get characters that did bigger single hits of damage. You know, where somebody could just like give them like a crit fishing build on the internet, and then like upload that clip to YouTube or social media or whatever, and then people would see that like, whoa, this character's stronger than the last record holder for biggest hit. And then that was a form of power creep, but in the sense that, you know, it was more like more like perceived power creep. Power creep. Yeah, it was more like perceived power creep. And then Hoyo realized, well, we can't keep doing this, so they eventually did release other characters as well that were also like stronger than previous ones, but they didn't release it. They stopped doing it every patch. At some point, Ayaka came out, and then we got Al-Haytham, and then we also got Yelan. Yelan's pretty good, like even at C0, like DPS wise, but that's not really where her strength lies. But like C6 Yelan, cheese. I got C1 Kaching on my Hu Tao pulls. This happened at Lantern, right? C1 Kaching. You know, I honestly, when Hu Tao came out, sorry, yeah, yeah, like that time when Hu Tao came out. No, not you know, I'm not talking about Hu Tao, but talking about Kaching. The time when Hu Tao came out, I really did think that I could make Kaching, you know, good enough. And because the way that tier lists were made back then, like I was an idiot, right? Like I was new to the game. I had no idea what I was doing. And the way that tier lists were made was people were making different types of tier lists. Like people were making healing tier lists, DPS tier lists, and on the DPS tier list, Kaching was always there, top tier, like S tier, right next to Diluc. So I really thought that Kaching was really good. And she was one of my first 5 stars, other than Traveler, of course. Yeah, she was actually my first 5-star. Yeah, and I kept trying to use her, and it just didn't work. Even when I got C1 Kaching, I was like, oh, this is like sort of extra damage, like especially if I'm using my skill against an enemy that's like right in front of me. I get extra damage for that, and it just never really worked. Dia needs C2 to use in Virgin. It's worse than C0 Cookie versus C2. Oh my god. It's Dia after all. Her duration is like 12 seconds and cooldown 18 seconds. Oh, Dia. Oh god, that's terrible. Compared to Cookie, C0, 12-second duration. Oh, okay. Wait, so I'm assuming C2 is a duration increase? Dia C2 is good for Virgin. Pitching Aggravate is good enough now. Any Dendro-based team is good this time meta. Dendro-based. Yeah. Dendro sort of
Stabilize.
Dendro sort of took the meta. You know, the meta already had its own bar, but then like it took that bar and like raised it way up. It took both the lower bar, like the lower bar, like it took the floor and the top bar and just raised them so high. And the big problem wasn't the maximum, you know, the upper bar being raised so high, but it was the lower bar, the floor being raised so high, because it just meant that at lower to mid levels of investment, it just made it so that other teams just were hardly ever viable. Oh, wait, I think this attack is good, but my Hydro is almost up. No, yep, my Hydro is up already. I didn't get to vape that.
Solidify.
I don't know this guy's attack patterns yet. I don't know which attacks I should like really go ham on. Where is he? Oh! Ah! Come on. Don't swallow me yet. Come on, just give me one more shot, man. That's all I need. Oh wait, he is giving me another shot. Hey, I don't need to fight that dude. Awesome. And I finally got 2 mats. Before Nervillet, no one could compete with Dendro. I mean, you know, other top tier meta teams could compete, but yeah, they were a lot more high investment. Yeah, they were, because the only way you could keep increasing the other meta teams' DPS was just to get just a lot more stats.
Silly churl.
Right? Like for example, having just perfect artifacts. Whereas with Hyper Bloom and Burgeon and Aggravate and Aggravate teams, Quicken teams, you sort of, okay, with Quicken teams you did need like pretty good builds as well, but like Hyper Bloom and Burgeon, no, like just need a lot of EM. And make sure you have the right artifact set, like somebody, at least one character has 4 Deepwood, your procer, your Hyper Bloom Burgeon procer just has a lot of EM, so which means you really only needed 2 really good artifacts, which is just the flower and the feather, to just have a lot of EM, and then the 3 other artifacts, the sands, circlet, and goblet, which are the hardest to get good artifacts of when it comes to crit scaling ones. But because in this case you really only need EM main stats and you don't care about the substats, it makes farming for them a lot easier, despite the fact that EM main stats have a lower chance of dropping. So it just made it so much easier. It just made it so much more so much more of a lower investment team, because you really only cared about getting the right main stat, and didn't matter. The substats didn't matter for the 3 artifacts that were the hardest to farm on the other on like the previous meta team archetypes. Cheneville at C1 with Furina beat my C6 R5 Alhaitham, C6 R5 Nahida, C6 R5 Raider, and C6 R5 Yalan Hyperbloom team. That's come on, man. Oh no, I haven't done the thing yet. I gotta go claim this thing. Oh, nice. Hey, okay, cool. I don't need the thing anymore. So, this is one of the reasons why I made, you know, like, okay, most people when they make multiple accounts, they just have all of it on the same account, but just different servers, right? And this is the reason why I made my different accounts on the same server. It's so I could do stuff like this. Wow, that's sad. I actually don't have stuff that my other accounts don't need. I guess this thing. Sure. Wow, that is depressing. Maybe I could give it to somebody else. Alright, there we go. Just giving it to random people. Wait, what? Wait, I thought I had one more. Or, sorry, one remaining. Do you have an account named Yai? No. My accounts were these two. Oops. These two. Those are mine. I just figured, he already has two, so I should at least like give it to some people, some other people who need it. These are just I don't even know who these people are.
Thank you for
There'll be an extra fee for that.
R5 Freedom on Cookie. I think so. Okay, Freedom Sworn will, I think, make Cookie do the biggest Hyper Bloom, but I actually really like my friend's build of Cookie. He has his Cookie Shinobu with I think it was an H, so it was EM HP EM, so one of his one of the three artifacts that he could get an EM main stat on, he just has it at HP, and he's using the key and not Freedom Sworn. Even though he has Freedom Sworn, he's just using the key on Cookie, so in that way she could still heal pretty well, and you know, Hyper Bloom really well.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Can we play banker next time?
Raiden does not increase Alhaitham's damage. Ask any YouTuber which Electro better is better for Alhaitham. I mean, Raiden can be used as a support, yeah, but like she's not the best support out there. And of course, it makes sense. You can't make Raiden the best support and at the same time be a really good DPS. That would just make her too unbalanced as a character. But you can actually use Raiden as a decent support on Alhaitham. Put 4 Millilith. Yeah, put 4 Millilith on Raiden, or I don't know, like maybe 4 Deepwood. Yeah, because like despite Alhaitham mostly scaling off of EM, he does have some attack scaling, so it wouldn't be bad to get any attack buffs. Dia's Pyrotex every 2.5 seconds. Jeez, don't remind me. I was really looking forward to Dia enabling Melt Ganyu,
There'll be an extra fee for that.
and making it so that I could use my national team on the opposite side of Melt Ganyu, but the 2.5 thing, the 2.5 second cooldown per tick it's rough. It just completely turned it off for me. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna swap back to the second account. I'm gonna go finish that quest that I started yesterday. Apparently it was a timed quest. We haven't had one of those in a while. The kind of quest where you have to wait for the next day to continue. You farming for 11 months, still bad, Raiden. Oh man, you and everybody, man. You and everybody. It's farming for Shogun is rough because so many characters, and it's not because it's just harder to get good emblem pieces. It's because you need to get so many good emblem pieces. Just so many characters want that artifact set. You know, okay, I guess you could just I don't know, like, okay, so typically you would want 4 emblem on Yelan, Xiangling, Xingqiu, I don't know, like maybe a sub DPS Mona, sure, Raiden Shogun, who else? Just so many characters sort of want that artifact set. And that's what makes it really hard to farm for sets for any of your characters that want that set. Because so many of them, like, they all want it. And I guess what you could do is, like, you could choose just 1 or 2 to build at the same time. And just, like, you know, just deal with just 2 piece, or off pieces on the other ones. Like, for example, Yelan doesn't lose out too much on just going 2 piece. Right, like 2 piece Millilith, 2 piece like the Diaz set, and 2-piece Hydro or whatever, right? Like let's say I don't know, let's say you have a Cryo character and you're farming for them. Sooner or later you're gonna get some Hydro artifacts as well, so you could just go 2-piece Hydro on Yelan and 2-piece Melilith or something, or just just 2-piece and then 3 off pieces.
Vincent, to become.
His rating can do 100k even at level 80. About the ratio to battery herself. Maybe you just don't have the right characters to, to like to fully max her out. Like and when I say max her out, like I mean like just to make her burst do as much damage as possible. Like Kazuha, for example. I know you could just have any animal character just have 4 VV, but with Kazuha, you're not just using VV, you're also buffing the element that you swirl. Right? You're also giving a damage buff. Can you just let me pick one and then tell me that's wrong, try another one? It's the book in the second row. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, second row. Okay. It says irrelevant. Weird. Do I have to like click on something first? Boy. Okay. I really should have tried that one next. I really should have just tried them in order of how they were arranged. Which with Electro Goblet has better substats. And does less damage because she has the catch.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Well, if you really want to use her as a if you really want to use her as a hyper carry, you could if you have Kujo Asara, you could raise Kujo Asara. I don't know. There's plenty of ways. Like I don't even know like which variation of the Shogun hyper team does the most damage. Wait, what? Wasn't there supposed to be an Oculus here? Oh right, okay. I'm an idiot. Okay, I was concerned. Like I was thinking there was supposed to be an Oculus here up there, and then for some reason I didn't have a pin on the map, and I just realized I already finished getting my Oculi on this account just last night.
Access denied. Wind strike.
You're pretty good.
Get 820 more ER. 820. Oh my god. You don't probably don't even need to do anything. You just need to swap to that character and their burst is ready. You don't need to use their skill or anything. You don't need to funnel at all. Just swap to it and then it's there. You've got so much ER that your burst cooldown probably disappears. Like you could just spam your burst. Just open the game files, change your Raiden's current ER stat to 820. You know, I used to in the really early game, really early point in Genshin, I used to have this one-sided opinion where I was just, you know, I just was unhappy that Genshin wasn't offline. That for some reason, despite being completely single player, for some reason it has to be online. Like no internet, you can't stay in. And you know, now that I've sort of played the game a lot more, you know, back then I didn't understand the game very much. Now I understand the game a little bit more than I did back then. So yeah, I sort of get it why they need to make it online, because if your Steam account was, you know, you logged in already on your Steam account, and you have the option to just play them offline, like with in CS:GO, you could just play with bots, or just play with yourself for no reason. I don't know. GTA 5, just, you know, story mode, sure. Single player mode. But with Genshin, if you allow people to play offline, and not have the game, their instance of the game, call back to the server, it would make it a lot easier to just to run cheats. It would have made the game a lot more, a lot better in a lot of ways. You know, like for example, the ping, there would be no more ping. Like this ping would be irrelevant, right? Like they wouldn't have to have that ping number there at all. And then like swapping characters would just be instantaneous. No matter which country you're from, which country you travel to, it would just be instant, because it would just be completely offline and local off of your device. But because they made it online, well, you know, okay, you live in a different country than the server you're playing on. Well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to deal with high ping and slow character switching. But yeah, one reason is, yeah, it would make it so much easier to tamper with game files and just, you know, like cheat your way to having like R5, C6, everything. And yeah, like for example, cheating on your stats, right? Like just having like a million stats. I guess like what they could do is they could make it so that the game would have like to call home every now and then, you know, to make sure that it's like everything's normal and hasn't been tampered with. But that's just, it would still be a lot less secure than just having the game online all the time. It would be like, the situation is a lot like if you were a parent and you're a jewelry. Did this thing? Okay. Gotta go now. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Izumi. Take care, man. Yeah, it would be like the difference between if you were a parent watching a toddler, it would be the difference between just keeping your eyes completely on them the whole time versus if you just left the toddler in the other room and you were just playing games on your phone on the sofa in the living room. And you would just check up on them every now and then. And if they, again, even if they made it like that, like they still wouldn't have control over, like if you just, I don't know, turned off your modem, right? If you just turned off your router, right? And then like you just, even if, you know, the game tries to call back home, it can't because you literally turned it off. And because they allow offline use, then they can't do anything about it. Oh. Wait, is this the... No, I don't think this is the room that I didn't have access to. Yeah, 260 ER, good enough for Sapwood Bennett? Oh, that's plenty, man. I don't think I've ever had a character with 260 ER. I think the most ER I've ever had on anyone ever. Research materials at the base. What should I be looking for? I have no idea. I think the highest amount of ER I've had on my Bennett is probably 240. And I know I don't build anyone at all with ER.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Have I been in here? It feels really familiar. It looks really similar to that underground area. Where was it? Where was that? I don't remember, but there was like an underground area like somewhere around here that looked very similar. Oh no, wait, not there. It was up here, I believe. Somewhere here. Looked very similar to this. You think the Genshin community is toxic? Wow, dude. We literally actually talked about that like super early in the stream. Oh, maybe not early in the stream, but like about 30 minutes into the stream. There's always some toxicity in almost any gaming community.
Stabilize.
But Genshin certainly isn't one of the worst. This was not Yelan. I was thinking this is Yelan.
This isn't good. My work finished.
Ah, no! You're gonna shoot at me.
My contract
What?
goes unfulfilled.
Well, that sucks. You actually locked me in place and just like killed one of my characters. Okay. I guess at some point I'm gonna have to use up all of those suspicious stuff. Where's the thing for this? There's supposed to be like those blue crystals somewhere.
This was well done. Prepare yourself.
Time to go.
Solidify.
What is with this classy music? I'm in a combat situation. Wait, why this classy music?
An unfortunate force. Stabilize. Leaving so soon. This was well done. Can't run from debt. You need to hurry up. Solidify. Roast and fry.
Oh, they fixed it. Wait, can we take this cannon into Abyss? Like, just once. You know, just let us experience it. Like, give us like a mini portable version of this thing. And then, like, make it into a playable character. Or, wait. Would they ever give us a character in the future that would, So, Furina already summons things, like creatures. But would they ever give us something similar to, who's that character in Overwatch? The character in Overwatch that, that makes turrets. Would they ever... Okay, I guess we kind of already have something like that. Oh, yeah, okay, Yai Miko. Yeah, we literally already have Yai Miko. Puts down turrets. Am I finished? Should I just leave? I could have just left. Official. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, Oz. That's right. Yeah, I was thinking more of like a geo construct. Oh, wait, that could be a way. So that could be one way that they could maybe not buff. Well, I guess it's kind of a buff. Yeah, I guess that's like an indirect way that they could buff geo. Is like give us geo characters that have geo constructs that are also turrets. But then again, that like I think Oz and Yaimiko's turrets would be a lot better because like they would be indestructible compared to geo constructs which are destructible. So if you're fighting bosses, they would just get destroyed. Look at Navia's skills and we'll know constructs, I think. Well, I'm not expecting anything of Navia really. I'm just expecting her to be like somebody similar to Dia. What the? What was that? Is that a barrel? Wow. Didn't realize. I really did not think that it was just possible to die. Because we're literally just running through. Yeah, like, and not even, like, I don't look up leaks, right? In fact, I actually kind of actively try to avoid them. But, not even thinking about Navia's kit, just thinking about what they did to Dia and how similar it is what they're doing to, what they did with Dia and what they're doing to Navia. So, with Dia, what they did is, despite her being a mercenary, she's really reasonable, right? Like in game, like in lore, she's really reasonable. She's really nice. She looks really good, right? Like her design's really good. She's reasonable. She's like protecting this really like sick lady and is actually, like a good person, right? So they make it so that she has her selling traits. She has some selling points, right? Like there's stuff about her that makes some people, like a specific niche of people, still want her. And of course, because people already want her, they don't need everyone to want her, so they can just make her kit not so good, so that they wouldn't make an unbalanced character. Right, because they really want to fight back against power creep as much as they can. So every now and then they will just release like a trash character. And plus the fact that she was going on the standard banner anyway, they really did not need to make her good at all, because losing 50-50 should not make you feel good. That's sort of their thing. Like, they want you to feel bad about losing 50-50. They don't want you to lose 50-50 and get a character, a non-limited 5-star, and then think, oh, I got this character instead. Okay, I could stop wishing. I got a good character anyway. Right? They want you to keep wishing. And then they're doing a very similar thing with Navia. They made her really likable in the quests, in the Archon quests, and basically every quest that she's been in so far. Right? And that really gives me Dia vibes. Losing my pity to Diluc makes me happy. Oh, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind getting Diluc copies on my main account. I would prefer not to get them on my other accounts, but yeah, on my main account, because like I hyper invested into my Diluc on my main account, I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, I would actually like to get my Diluc there to C6 someday. What's Taylor Swift kit about? Man, I think the title of the stream is really appropriate. What now? What now? I finished the Archon quest. I finished that quest that started here at the fountain. Furina's character quest. The Weeping Willow. Oh, I guess that was this world quest. I unlocked the 2 hidden teleporters, which was this one and this one. What now? What? Okay. I guess I could just, manually just go find all the chests and challenges over here. But I'd rather, I'd rather do it efficiently, and I'll just wait for somebody to upload a video of it, and then I'll do it then. I want C6 Tighnari. Oh, C6 Tighnari is not bad. Yeah, because Tighnari is actually a pretty good, like, standard 5-star. Yeah. Only caveats is that not everyone likes charged attacking characters. especially those who play on mobile, right? It's like a lot. It's just a lot harder on mobile. And even even among the PC players, not a lot of players like characters that just have to do with charged attacking. Isn't it so weird? Like this, like look at that. It's such a big open world, right? Like it's somehow so full. Like there's just no empty space. It somehow looks so alive and full, and at the same time, it looks so empty. Like there's nothing to do. Dia's kit seems so clunky, and the cons seem to be lackluster. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I think I remember looking through Dia's kit on her release, but that was it. Like as soon as the trial ended, I exited the trial domain. I was just okay. I don't need this information. Just deleted it off my brain. It was just it wasn't saved in it wasn't saved on the hard drive or SSD. It was just saved in RAM. So as soon as as soon as it got cleaned out of RAM, it was gone. Yo, side quests, I only do the ones that are needed to continue the main story. I don't often do them. I mean, like, why am I honestly, I don't even know why I'm doing this side quest. Like, I guess it's because it does give me, like, so far it's given me a lot. I think it's given me like 100 Primo Gems at this point. Like, yesterday, I think it gave me 50, and today it gave me another, what did I say? Today it gave me another 50. Just like in 4.0, there was this world quest that had to do with that guy that was buried near this house, and so obviously it gave me the Primogems for the quest, but it also had something to do with clearing out the map, right? Because yeah, with clearing out the map, because it had something to do with those devices that looked like they were sucking up energy from the land. So and clearing those out was part of 100%ing these three regions. So I did that one side quest and then nothing else. As for this one, I don't know. I just I am the way that I clear out maps and like get all the oculi is I subscribe to this channel called Kim Dao Gaming. Apparently she's like a vlogger, and she just so happens to have like other types of YouTube channels as well. In this case, it's a gaming channel. I really like the way that she makes her like 100% this region and this region, because she makes it so that they're all in order. Like after you go to this chest, like you go to this chest, like they're all like in order. And I know that she's not the only channel that does that, but she just so happens to be like the first one that that I just came across, and then okay, I'm okay with it. Yeah, and because she uploaded the video of the quest that I did just now, I thought okay, might be significant. And then last night I just wanted to play Genshin, and I just didn't have anything to do. I had no resin. I did my dailies already, and I just wanted to play. And so I did the quest, and whether it turns out to be important, sure, great. If not, then okay. I don't complete my map. My desert has regimen at 2%. A region at 2%. Oh, okay. I mean, like, I did not start doing like 100 doing this until 4.0. Right? Like, look at my so on my main account, like Liyue and Inazuma and Mondstadt are all at 100% except for Dragonspine. But on my second and third accounts, like, I just don't care. And when Sumeru came out, I did not care at all, even on my main account, because it was just overwhelming. Like, imagine 3.0, you got what, like a month for 3.0 before 3.1 comes out, and they gave us this many regions plus the longest world quest in Genshin, the Aranara quest chain, and there are so many other like world quests that you have to do to unlock different parts of the map. So obviously there's the Vanarana, there's the Lost Nursery, which are both part of the Aranara quest chain, which, you know, very long world quest. There's also underground here, like to unlock this teleporter and to get underground here. I think you can actually just go underground without finishing the world quest, but um, to unlock like the way in through under the golem's hand, you had to do that world quest from here, and then like under this mountain there was like this super long world quest, not as long as the R&R quest, but like pretty long too, to get underneath here. And there were, I think one or two dendroculi in there, and the fact that that some of the dendroculi were like hidden away behind underground or hidden areas that could only be unlocked by doing certain world quests, and not even like world quests that were like relevant, right? Not like the R&R quest or whatever, but like just side quests. Like that just turned me off. That just turned me off, and I just didn't want to bother. Same thing with the desert. There's a lot of like here, for example, there's so much stuff underground, so many dendroculi underground, chests, etc., that you could only unlock if, like, for example, even if you finish the world quest to go underground, like in the desert, there was still like this thing. Where was it? There was this device. It wasn't a gadget exactly. I think it was, no, not that. Yeah, okay, this thing. And it didn't even tell you exactly what you had to do. You had to sort of figure it out yourself. I don't even know if I completed it. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I don't even understand how it works. Era. Rana Bannerman. Still haven't finished the R&R quest chain. Oh god, it's really long. I think the R&R quest chain might have actually killed my Logitech mouse. That was so much clicking just to skip all that dialogue. Yeah, I think. Okay, I'm sure that wasn't the only reason. I'm sure, you know, there's plenty of other quests in Genshin that I had to also go through, but I'm sure that was like one of the bigger reasons. Just having to click and spam the space bar so much. I think that takes a toll on mice, on the mice switches, the clicking switches. I wonder when Skirk will ever become playable. Right? Cuz like apparently there have been leaks already of her character model. And some people are saying that the fact that somebody who's already a playable character has a voice line of them means that they will also become playable. I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, then apparently Tartaglia already has a voice line of her, which means she's likely to be playable if that were true. This music's adorable. Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm really gonna need you to stop that. That's why there will be a new power, a new element in the future. Who knows what Genshin will do? Yeah, now that you mentioned that, yeah, that's right. Well, I don't remember her design exactly. Obviously, I don't have photographic memory. But I don't remember seeing a vision on her. And yeah, she definitely wasn't using elemental powers. She was using Abyss. I'm assuming that was Abyss powers. Because apparently she lives there in the Abyss with her master and their pet. So that would be abyssal power. So I wonder how they're gonna play that out. I mean, it's possible that they might. I don't know. I'm sure that they won't. It's highly likely that they won't release new elements and stuff. But instead, like, they might release them as okay, you know, like you know the arc system, right? You know, with Numa and what's the other one? And Uzia. They're not elements, but they are. Well, they're kind of like elements, right? But they're not part of the elemental system. So they could do something like that. You know, to introduce some celestial and abyssal power. Does Skirk know Lumine because she's an Abyss too? I haven't done any Archon quests. Oh, wait, that's actually a good question. Yeah. I'm sure. She's probably going to be in at least one more Archon quest in the future. Yeah, probably 3 point. No, not 3. 4.8. Right? Because, like, wasn't the Carry Bear quest? Yeah, the Traveler Archon, you know, the Traveler quest. Where is those things? Yeah, this thing. Oh yeah, okay. It was literally the last one. Yeah, it was literally the last one before the new region. So it's possible that they might do another traveler quest in 4.8 or whatever the last version before 5.0 will be. And yeah, they'll probably give us like another traveler quest, and it'll have something to do with Skirk, because like she's in Abyss, and then like the traveler, Ether would want to ask about Abyss. If they've seen our sibling. Yeah, it's a cute pet. The narwhal. Now people thought Linny and Lynette would be the same character. Maybe after the twins reunite, they will be like that. Oh yeah, okay, because of the way that they were showed in that trailer from like a long time ago. Oh, that would be pretty cool. Imagine yeah, imagine like a single character in the game being able having the ability to change into a different character. So imagine like Tartaglia, for example, can switch to melee, can switch between melee and ranged. Or right in Shogun, when you burst, you change from being a polearm user to a sword user. Right? So imagine that, but the other character having completely different abilities, like different skills. It would be like in Dota, it would be like using Invoker, where you use a certain combination of, like, I don't know if they're called elements, but yeah, certain combination of elements to get a specific skill. I'm actually just... Yeah, the words, now what, keep coming back to mind. And their charged attack swaps them. Oh, I guess it's similar with Furina too. She switches from HP draining and off-field hydro to no off-field hydro and healing instead of draining. I miss Invoker Madness. Quaz, Wex, and Exhort. There was actually a time like okay, it's been a very long time that I've only played against bots in Dota 1, not 2, but 1. And there was a period of time where I just kept using Invoker, and it was actually pretty cool. It felt really cool having all those abilities at your disposal. And it felt really satisfying just being able to successfully do it. Oh, I gotta do them in 3 attacks. Okay, well, how do I... You know, the first time I saw a chest underwater, the first thing I thought about doing was just looking underneath. Just to look at what the underneath of a chest looks like. Because frankly, before Fontaine, I don't think I've ever seen one before. I don't think I've ever seen the underneath of a chest. Hello there. Whoa. Genshin Impact official. Cool. What's up, man? Hello there. Interesting name you got. You just need 5 pairs of hands to juggle between his skills. My cousin apparently was really good with him. I mean, I didn't see him play Dota 1, but I did see him play Dota 2 a lot. And apparently, yeah, he was another example of one of those really toxic players. Yo, Genshin Impact official. Can you tell us anything? You know, like just give us some idea. Give us an idea of like what to expect from of the future of Genshin. That would be an interesting topic to talk about. So how was it? Does it look like a typical chest underside? I mean, it was exactly as I expected it to be. Oh no, don't make me do this. This chest is gonna make me have to kill this seahorse family. Mama and 3 kids. No. I mean, I know you'll respawn tomorrow. Oh my god, wait. You're just they're gonna re-zero. They're gonna respawn tomorrow. They're just gonna re-zero. And they're just gonna wake up tomorrow and they're gonna be like, ah! Where's that guy? And the kids will be, what guy, Mom? The guy that killed all of us. Killed? No, Mom, you're scaring us. Stop talking like that. Oh, you guys are going ham on those emojis? I guess those are emojis. Hang on. How do I open somebody's channel by clicking their name? Wait, didn't there used to be that option? Like when you clicked on somebody's name, you could go to their channel? Where is it? Wow. Wait, I remember seeing that option exactly a while back. It's gone. It's so weird. Why would they take it away? Is that okay? I don't think Genshin would ever come by and just say hello to me. You know, like their actual channel. But what is their channel called? There's no official, right? It's just, yeah, Genshin Impact. Also, whatever happened to bots? Right? I guess YouTube finally figured out how to get rid of them. There were bots everywhere for like a while back, and they just sort of disappeared. Maybe the remaining chests are on land, huh? Yeah, I haven't done a lot of land exploration, especially on the southern region. Are you asking Genshin Impact official about leaks? Ask me, because I'm a leak master. When you hear Natlan Archon quests. Yeah, there's just something about hearing. I mean, it wouldn't be a leak if it comes. You know, if it's from the official, the people themselves that make the game. Wouldn't it be just an announcement? Or that's the word I'm looking for. A hint? I don't know. Yeah, kind of like that. $1 a.m. overtime, silver lining. I get to catch RJ stream. Hey, good to see you, Jamie boy. Haven't seen you in a while, man. You've been busy, huh? YouTube found the Infinity Stones and snapped the bots to oblivion. Oh, thank goodness. They built a YouTube was built different. Wait, no, never mind. Actually, you know what? No, YouTube isn't built different. So, although YouTube didn't die like as quickly as Tony Stark did after snapping, but YouTube certainly is suffering for snapping, and now here they are trying to put in as many ads as they can on every video and trying to promote YouTube Premium every single chance they get. Yeah, they're certainly feeling the effects of the snap.
No touching.
The wind knows me. I got careless. I done.
Becomes the hunted.
There's nothing wrong.
88. Still 88. Oh, the shrines. Wait. Do I have more? Oh, I got more. Okay. It becomes a teaser. Oh, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Teaser. Yes. Archon quest. There'll be 2 Archons, male and female. At the end, male Archon will kill the female Archon, Murata. That's called the Nation of War. I haven't been playing the game, but since it's nice to see everyone is enjoying it. Hope you're doing good. Hey, as good as you can be. When inflation just won't stop happening. Is that it? I can't. Oh, okay.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Well, wait. There are 2 shrines. And I only have 1 key. Oh no, I lied. I have 2. Are there only 2 shrines? Is there no shrine here? It's true, there's 2 Pyro Archons for them. For them to be 1, they must... Okay. Alright. I mean... That's gonna make for a very interesting Archon quest. Your goal, like the whole Archon quest will be just to have Traveler like help the other Archon turn around.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
You know, I feel kind of I wouldn't say sad, but somewhere close to being sad that Genshin isn't. I mean, it still is the game that it used to be, but because of how they've decided to keep Genshin going, it's very good. They've tried really hard to be good to as many types of players as they can be. But it's just really hard to be good to new players and to be good to old players at the same time. So yeah, a lot of the old players that are continuing to play, no, a lot of the old players can't, like, there's just not much for them to talk about with, because like a lot of the old players, they decided to like take a break from playing it, or decided, nah, I mean, like, I've already cleared all the content in the game, like, why do I need to be here? I'll just log in a few more months, like, if I feel like it. And then, like, they won't really, you know, like, maybe they'll miss out on a few quests and stuff. They'll miss out on some primo gems, some quests, etc. But there's not going to be anything significant in event quests anymore, because HOYO certainly learned their lesson from, I don't remember what version that was, but there was a
We're way behind schedule.
that I think it was it was the first time that we got double banners. It was the Eula / Albedo rerun. Oh. Why would you lead me to an enemy?
We're way behind schedule.
And because of that event quest, that event quest, it had really significant information, like long-term lore, included in the event quest. And the problem with that is, because it's an event quest, not everyone will know the information that was in that event quest, because new players, after the quest is gone, like, well, they won't have access to it, right? Like, they won't know that Albedo, like, at least they won't know it for themselves. They won't know it for themselves that Albedo isn't human, that he's literally made of chalk. Hence, you know, the name Chalk Prince. Bye, y'all have a great day. Oh, hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Blob. Take care, man. But who will spam now? Oh, that was Blob spamming? Wait, can you guys see? Like, I don't seem to be able to know who is using the thing. Like, there's no indicator of who's doing it. Albedo is a chalk man? Yeah, exactly. This is the kind of problem that it creates. Yes, he is, by the way. Yeah, like, what was his name again? Ryan Daughter. Yeah, Ryan Daughter created him and they won't know about like some whopper flowers being able to shapeshift into humans and replace them. Like whopper flowers literally have the ability to just sit there, you know, in plant form. Like imagine them. Oh yeah, actually, okay. So you know what some whopper flowers do, right? Like they just sit in the ground, pretend to be a sweet flower, and then they do the same exact thing, but with humans. They do the same thing, but with humans. Like for example, oh my god, there was this weird and we never got any closure or confirmation about it. There was this, you know, in Dragonspine, there's this kid, like right here at the camp, who was waiting for his dad to come back because his dad apparently went missing. And from the time that Dragonspine, you know, came out, I think it took like a while. It took like a year, I think. It took like a year from the moment Dragonspine was released. I think it took a year before that quest was, you know, like that quest was followed up and continued, and then we eventually found the kid's dad, and then like there was this, I don't know, like it showed us like a little clip, or at least like it gave us a few clues that made us think that wait, is that the real dad, or is that a whopper flower? Whopper flowers can pretend to be mints. Yes, they can pretend to be kind of a lot of other flowers. But yeah, actually, oh, you know what? Scratch that. Yeah, I guess mint and sweet flower. Joey, yes, literally. Exactly. And it was so weird, right? Like apparently we figured out that his dad like fell somewhere here and then like got trapped there for a bit, and then at some point we found a guy, and then like at some point we found out like, oh, that was Joey's dad, and then like a bit later on we realized, wait, somebody's been impersonating Albedo, and then like we fought the thing, and then that gave us like an event where we had to fight this giant whopper flower who could apparently who transformed into Albedo, pretended to be him, and then like in the end you were just left asking, was that really Joey's dad? And we never got confirmation about it. But yeah, you know, like again, the problem that causes is because it was an event quest, nobody will ever know unless like they watch on YouTube or ask somebody else who knows about it. Nobody will know that piece of really important world background lore. And I mean, who knows? It might be significant in the future, right? Like there might be at some point a part of the Archon quest where like Albedo helps us out, and then like because like and then he gets stabbed or something, and then like we realize like, and like a few minutes later, Albedo just comes back, and then we realize, oh, we forgot you're made of chalk, and then like people who didn't get to play that event quest would just be like, wait, what? He's made of chalk? Wait, when was this? Yeah, but because Hoyo has stopped doing that, yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I don't remember why I got on this topic anymore. Why I started talking about event quests not including significant world lore anymore. Huh, have I been there before? Celestia. Oh, I literally climbed this a few minutes ago. Celestia. It sounds like It sounds like if I pronounce it with that accent, it sounds like the daughter of a nobleman, somewhere in Europe, like Western Europe. I don't know, like close to Spain, maybe. Now what? We're back to the question again. Okay. Wait, what? When did that happen? Excuse me? Was that because of the shrine? Did the shrine do that? I remember the shrine be like actually counting for a significant number of percentage points from when I got the 2 shrines from the Court of Fontaine from 4.0. But wait, wasn't that just still at like 93? I don't think one shrine would be 3.5%. Okay, that's nuts. Wait, no, I wasn't 93. This region was 93. I was 88 or something. Okay. Sure, I guess I'll take it. Wait, there seemed to be like one of those like super tanky enemies around here. And I'm gonna try and fight it.
It's time to pull the trigger.
I don't know if it was like a tanky dude, but I didn't really try and fight it.
Quietly now. Game's up. Time's over.
Oh, he is.
Get with me.
I wonder if this guy gives me any rewards.
Solidify.
Gotcha. Quietly now. You're about to get dicey.
This way, Furina. The Temple of Wisdom.
Rise.
Oops, that was a mistake.
Gather.
Gotcha. Quietly now. Game's up. Time's over.
The bond is strong. Yeah, committed to memory. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that guy hits pretty hard.
This way, Furina.
Okay, no chests. But hey, an achievement, sure, I'll take it. The boss I hate the most. What? Why? Local legend, Rocky Avildsen. Avildsden. Okay. What do you think about the Abyss difficulty? Oh, okay. Good question, actually. I think it's pretty hard. It's certainly not the hardest we've had. Yeah, it's certainly not the hardest we've had, but yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like so how I sort of gauge how hard Abyss is now is depends on like how much I have to try hard. Like how, yeah, like for example, how restrictive it is on types of teams that you can take there. Like for example, some abysses will just really only need you to use this one team archetype, and if you don't use that team archetype, like it'll just be like 3 times as hard. Oh, can't use it. Yeah, like this abyss is a little bit restrictive when it comes to team building, but not that much. And the overall HP pool isn't super high. What makes it feel high is because the enemies come in waves. Like you can't just deal with them all at the same time. So it's pretty hard. And despite I didn't have to try hard so much this abyss. I had to actually put in some effort, and I didn't just blast through it in like 2 minutes. Right, like on average, I had I don't know, like between like 5 to 15 seconds remaining. You know, and some of the easier abysses, like I would just finish like, and there would be like an entire minute before 7 minutes remaining. Right, like I would finish it like when the timer would still be at like 8 minutes. Right, but with this one, like my average is the average time remaining I have is like between 5 seconds and 15 seconds. So not a lot. $20 particles. Where? Oh, weird. They've reduced the draw distance so much that I didn't even. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, draw distance. Is that right? I think it's render distance. Oops! What the? Hello. Wait. Oh, that's part of the challenge. Okay. Sorry, buddy. I didn't realize you were there. Alright, cool. Thank you.
Brings a smile to my face.
Wait, what? There's another one. Interesting. And I'm still getting blasted. Thank you very much. You got Furina, RJ? Yes, I do. But I don't really use her because I don't want to have to keep healing myself every single time. She drains my HP in the overworld. Okay, where are the other 3? Ah, yes, there. Okay.
A fateful offering.
For me, the hardest enemy in Abyss is Herald. I got goosebumps. When I thought Natlanch, Naya, Conria, and Celestia are not the complete world. There are more worlds like Enkanomiya. Yeah, I mean, like sooner or later, there's still a bunch more. Right, like extra regions, like yeah, like you said, Enkanomiya. There's like, in Liyue, there's the underground chasm.
Follow the wind.
Oh. Alright, 3 very nice chests.
Brings a smile
Appreciate
to
it.
my face.
I wasn't expecting that. 95%. Yeah, Furina's HP draining is kit is something. And not only that, but like, okay, think about this. Without you realizing it, Furina, like imagine you're walking around with Furina, and then just a few moments ago, you summoned her skill. You activated her skill. Oh, this is oh, I guess that's what those 3 are for. Yeah, you're just walking out with Furina. Just like 2-3 seconds ago, you summoned you used Furina's skill because you needed it, and then because the duration isn't over yet, of course they're still out. But then all of a sudden you needed to jump into the water from like somewhere very high, and then like without thinking too much, you just jump in with Furina. And then you're just confused, like, what? Wait, what? Why didn't I just go through the water? And she just died, like, she just hit the water just like you would the ground. Because she can walk on water. Water doesn't behave like water for her. If your skill is out and you just die on the water. Ah, this cannon seems active. Nope, still can't use it.
A fateful offering.
Guess they say goodbye to Kokomi since Furina can walk on water without limitations. Yeah, right. Like that was okay. That was certainly a power creep. Like a straight up power creep. Like not in a combat sense, but at least in like what's the word I'm looking for? Quality of life. Yeah, there you go. Quality of life. Quality of life power creep. Because Furina's skill duration is a lot longer than the cooldown. Oh wait, there was literally a chest right over there when we found the Sealy. Excuse me.
We're way behind for Rex Leopard.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Ka! I can still... Let me try.
What? Just a common chest for those bad guys?
Every now and then.
I wonder what these are for. Oh, wait. Is this supposed to be... Is there supposed to be a boat here?
Next on the agenda.
I wonder if that boat is supposed to be down here. No, I don't think so. I remember that we had to go get to the top of this mountain from 4.0. So what do you guys think about 4.2 so far? Did you guys like it? Like, I hear some people, like not a lot of people, but I've seen like one or two people like really actually complain about the 4.2 Archon quest. I thought it was like one of their better ones. Still a lot of could have been betters, but it was definitely one of their better ones. Like at least when it comes to execution. But yeah, still a bunch of could have been betters. Nala's strongest Fatui is coming, Capitano. Oh wait, wasn't he hinted already? Like in the 4.2 Archon quest, I think it was the knave that mentioned him. I mean, it certainly would fit him, right? Because like apparently he's a very strong fighter, and well, Natlan, Nation of Fighting. Oh, also, we got a little glimpse of that, of like fighting arenas and stuff in what's it called, in the Fortress of Meripede. So if you guys like did one of those like one of the world quests in it, there was a world quest literally where you could go like fight in an arena somewhere. Yeah, okay, it was here. And it was a little similar to how Furina's summonings behave. It was also a little similar to how, you know, what was that event? You know that event where you essentially were like a Pokemon trainer, and you could decide like who they would focus fire on, who would use what abilities, when they would use it. It was very similar to that. I get the feeling that we might encounter that a lot more in Natlan. And sooner or later we might eventually get a character just based on that, just, you know, based on, well, I guess we already have a bunch of characters that summon. But imagine the puppeteer, right? Like, isn't there a Fatui, a harbinger called the puppeteer? Imagine her. And then she, yeah, like instead of her fighting, she would like release these summons, and it would just be the summons that fight instead of her. .2 is the best patch for version 4. Well, I certainly hope not. You know, because like I want more. I want more good patches. I don't want the current one to be the best one, because it would mean that anything after this would just be worse than it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to 100% this tonight. Yeah, anyway, it's getting kind of late. Yeah, I've been yeah, I should have ended like the stream like, I don't know, half an hour ago. Really was just like stretching this for, I guess, no reason at all. But hey, we did have a few more interesting topics to talk about in the last half an hour. Next patch is filler. Oh my god. Well, at least that means I have a lot less stuff to do. I just hope they don't give us like a super long, really boring world quest to, you know, try and give us something to do. I'd rather just not have anything to do than have chores that I don't like doing.
Don't rush.
Yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Yeah, so for anybody who needs help building their characters' accounts and needing help making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. You can ping me on our Discord server. My name is Elvis Einstein. As for my opinion, as for other people's opinion over there. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. R&R Part 2. No! That's highly unlikely. Because, well, R&Rs were... they're in Sumeru. And that would mean that they would have to likely lead to unlocking more regions under Sumeru. And I would I don't know. I don't think I have any more of that in me. Alright, bye everybody. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. As always.